Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to stop in and visit and check out my video. And I haven't done one of these in a little while, so I just see if anybody would enjoy it. But I just made a setup here for the Aston Martin here at Donington. Just wanting to play around with the Aston Martin, and also show the new livery. I just had a livery done for it by Nikos. Thank you. I think it actually it's been done twice, but I mean. Just adjustments here and there, but I think it looks really, really good. I love all the little touches. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and just do a lap here at Donington Park, and we'll jump behind the car. Again, this is not a perfect lap by far, and it's like the I don't know, third or fourth lap into this. So race fuel load. Again, come up here. Basically, when you see that arrow to your right, you know, basically disappearing, that's usually when I get starting to get on the brakes. All the way on the left. You got to watch out for the pit out in case somebody's coming out. I always look for these green on the inside. Try to hit them some, and on the outside, just like that. You got to really turn one. A lot to be had there. I know I can always improve, definitely there. And again, just cut these really close. And then aim for the end of this. I'm looking for the end of the curbing right there. And basically, when I get so close to it, that's when I downshift. And then, again, aim for the green over here. Run out to the green outside. Again, just connecting the dots. Come in here. Get past, you know, I want getting right at the one. Sometimes I'm a little bit beyond it. So just right in that range. Now, you got to be really careful here because if you cut this curb here too hard, you're basically going to upset the car's a pothole over here, and it'll just bounce the car all over. So you're really wanting to be careful and try to do in late apex. That's why sometimes I go a little bit deeper here so I can kind of square the turn off, because if you cut this turn in early and run along this curb here, you're going to hit a pothole over here, and it's basically going to throw you, and you're going to lose a ton of time or wreck, one of the two. You'll see it, but it'll upset you once you come off the curb. And again, this one is basically a judgment call. You know, you got to really judge it where how your gear and just things like that coming up this hill. It's really hard. I mean, you can try to go off of some of the brown spots here on the right. You can see one near to the right and a couple up here, and just use it as a judgment. It's, you know, I wish it was more over this way. I mean, you got one here, but it's kind of really hard to tell. Again, you know, some of it just depends on your judgment, but again, just practice. Again, it helps when you have the cone sticking up here. I can really help judge it better, but usually that gets knocked away, and so you just got to really do a judgment call. Again, practice. And you see how close I am right through here. Upset it a teeny bit, but not much. That was about as close as you can cut that. Good speed down here compared to other cars. I mean, 151 is a little more than every car that I've tested here so far. Here you're going right past the 1, right? You're about the 1.5, I guess, or 0.5, whatever. I guess that's the 1 there. Let me back up here. Let's see. I guess that's the 2, and then you got the 1, so it's just past the 1, so it's really like 0.5 or 0.7, but usually that's when I'm getting on the brakes. And then again, this is a really one of those, again, that make or break corner. I've worked on a lot trying to get it to go through here pretty good. Again, aiming for the green. A little bounce. It's gonna bounce no matter what. And then down here, just before that arrow down there. Again, late apex. Get on the gas to help it rotate. Get on the gas to get it going. And then on this curb here, I'm looking at the white right at the end of the curb. You know, right at the end of the stripes here. And again, another late apex. Get on the gas to start helping the car rotate. And that's it. That's a lap of Donington. Hopefully that helps. I think it's I'm sorry, I love that liver. It looks really, really pretty. Thank you, Nikos. And that's a 127.05. And again, that's, like I said, that's a race fuel load. So again, I think it's decent, decent time for me. And 26s is no problem, qualifying. If you ran, you could do nothing and just put a lower fuel load in it, and you'd be in the 26s for sure. And again, that's not a perfect lap. I know there's a few little bit here and there, especially turn one. I'm a little weak there. So again, practice turn one to try to get as much momentum through there as possible for me anyway. And, but again, there's little here, little there. You could easily run 26s and, even with a race fuel load, probably. I had a couple times I had it in my Delta, like a 26.9, but just couldn't get it through. But let's go over the setup. We got 24/7 left sides, 25/6 right sides, toes -2 in the front with a camber at -4 and caster 15.4. Toe in the rear is a positive 0.1 with the camber at -3.5 maxed out. A lot of adjustments here. I like how the balance is because the air pressure is the same on all the way around as far as left sides and right sides. Electronics are 3, 1, and 0. Again, you can start off with 1 on the TC2 and then just click it out, but because it will be a little, it's a little, obviously, till the tires get up to pressure, they're a little bit, skatey, but again, it should be all right. You can go down to TC2 also. If you really got a hot lap, or if I was qualifying, I definitely would do that. I would definitely go down to TC2 for sure, and you will pick up a little bit, but again, it probably won't last but a few laps. 55 on the fuel brakes are number 1, and again, tire wear was excellent, very, very good tire wear. Mechanical got 5 on the anti-roll bar, 60 on the brake bias. You can go down to 59 with no problems. I don't know about any lower than that, but 59 is not an issue. Steering all the way down. Springs on the front are 145,000 with a 400 bump stop rate and a 10 bump stop range. And on the rear, the springs are 155,000 with a 600 bump stop rate and a 40 bump stop range. Anti-roll bar 6 and the preload is 60. Shocks on the front are 3744, and on the rear they're 0036. Aero 55 in the front, 72 in the rear with a 10 wing and a 4 and a brake ducts. And the front aero variation is a 0.4 to the positive. You can see the temperature is 24, so it's right at the limit of where I change it. I've been working on this for a full hour. Well, actually longer than that, because I was in the eSeniors eSeniors server, practicing, doing some, just messing around over there too. So again, I actually been working on it longer than that, but again, between 22 and 24 degrees is usually my normal temperature that I try to do all my setups at. So then you can adjust it for your conditions. But again, I hope you enjoy the setup. I think it's a very solid and very, very neutral setup, and I really like it, and really enjoyed the Aston Martin. So again, I hope you give me a like and subscribe. And again, this setup is free. I'll leave a link in the description. And of course, it will be on my Discord, which my Discord will also be in the description. And again, I appreciate everybody's support. And I love talking to all my sim racing friends. And I hope you come back and visit again really soon. Y'all take care. See ya.